of the Gut Kitchen. I'm Sarah.
Hi, I'm Rose.
And we are here today with SIBO September. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by talking about what SIBO is, signs and symptoms, things to watch out for, and then we're going to get into the food.
Yeah, so SIBO is a very common issue that we see amongst our clients in clinic. And SIBO is the acronym which stands for Small Intestinal Bacterial Overgrowth. So SIBO is a condition which is caused by an overgrowth of bacteria in the small intestine. And this is a problem because the majority of our bacteria belong in the large intestine, which is also known as the colon. And what happens when we have an overgrowth of bacteria in the small intestine, it causes gut dysbiosis, which is sort of known as the imbalanced gut flora. So the signs and the symptoms of SIBO are gas, constipation, bloating, diarrhea, malabsorption issues, nutritional deficiencies, and also leaky gut.
Yeah, so not pleasant.
No, not at all.
Yeah, and we touched on leaky gut before,
Yeah.
but that's a pretty big problem in terms of the inflammation that spreads throughout the entire body. Now, one interesting thing to be aware of with SIBO is that some studies have indicated that up to 80% of people with irritable bowel syndrome might actually have SIBO. So if you have IBS and you haven't been tested for SIBO, then that's definitely something to look into, and you can of course reach out to one of us if you need some assistance with that as well. Now, another big risk factor for the development of SIBO is low stomach acid.
Yes, that's a big one.
Yes, and it's an interesting one because when you think about reflux and things like that, you often think that it's a problem with too much stomach acid. But most of the time, the issue is that you actually don't have enough stomach acid, meaning that your food's not actually getting broken down properly, so it kind of just sits in your stomach and you get that sort of repeating sensation. So interesting take on that, but that's actually an issue there. So the other issue with stomach acid is that, so your stomach needs to be a certain pH in order to kill off infections and keep the environment safe. So when you don't have enough stomach acid, the pH level is going to be too low to kill off infections and parasites like H. pylori and things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is why you can get that overgrowth of bacteria in the small intestine, for one risk factor for it. Now, leading into this is the use of proton pump inhibitors. So this is a medication prescribed for reflux. And what proton pump inhibitors do is they actually stop your stomach from making stomach acid, or they block that receptor. So if you're on proton pump inhibitors long term, you can end up not having enough stomach acid and therefore be susceptible to SIBO.
So it's something that we see a lot, and it's something a lot of people aren't aware of, that what happens, because when your stomach acid is lowered, it's too low, then it can't break down the food, and then the food sits in your intestine and then it ferments. And then that's what causes the gas and the reflux. So the other issues of SIBO, the risk factors, I should say, there's also drugs and alcohol consumption. There is also antibiotic use and also inflammatory bowel disease as well.
So a few things to kind of look out for there. Now, coming back to the food.
Yes, of course.
Our favourite part.
This is it. This is what we're here for, to cook. So today's recipe is a rainbow quiche. And it is dairy-free, wheat-free, gluten-free, and it also omits garlic and onion. And the reason for that is those group of foods are actually poorly absorbed by people who have SIBO. So we're going to start making the rainbow quiche. It is it's a crustless quiche, but what we've actually done is we've used sweet potato, as you can see, as the base. So sweet potato is a starchy vegetable. It's like starchy carbohydrate and high in fiber. All we've done is finely sliced, so say in about little discs about that size, slice that up and put some olive oil on the base and really just layered the base, say of your tray or your quiche dish with the sweet potato. We've then drizzled some olive oil over the top, added some salt and pepper, and we've just put it in the oven for 10 minutes, just so that it can get sort of, you know, like a bit crispy.
Yeah, a bit crispy. It's nice to have it a bit crispy.
That's it. So that's going to be the base.
Yeah.
All right.
So then you want to add 8 eggs to a bowl and whisk it up. So there's 7 here, so I'll just add the 8. Like so. And then, yeah, you just kind of whisk all that together.
Yay.
Whisk. That's another funny word.
That's it. And then what we do is we're just going to add the veggies. So what we have is kale, which is one of our really important leafy greens. So,
very nutritious.
Yes, nutritious, that's right, leafy greens. So we're going to add that in, and what you do is just get the kale and you chop it up finely.
Yeah.
And then we're going
sorry, 2 cups of kale.
Yeah, that's right, 2 cups of kale. Then we're going to add 1 medium grated carrot.
Yeah, so this quiche is really good because it uses like lots of veg and lots of different colours and makes it interesting.
It certainly does. And then we have 1 medium zucchini, and we have just squeezed out the excess fluid from the zucchini as well.
Yeah, that's always a good thing to do so that you don't end up with a watery quiche.
Yes, that's right. And then we have 1 cup of sliced mushrooms. And then we've got some beautiful herbs. So because we don't have any onions and garlic in this quiche, you can always substitute that for other really delicious herbs. So we've got some chives, we've got some dill as well, which I just put in, and we have 1 knob of ginger, which we're going to add in as well. A few more mushies.
Ginger is also an excellent antimicrobial food.
Yeah, that's right.
So another reason that it's a good one to use in SIBO.
Exactly. It's also anti-inflammatory. It stimulates the digestive system.
Yep.
And yeah, it's a fantastic one. And it is known as the root vegetable that soothes the stomach.
Yeah, it's very warming for digestion.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we're just going to pour the eggs over.
Yum, this looks good.
Oh yeah, nice and full of veg.
Excellent. Yeah, so what we're doing now is just mixing the whisked eggs through all the vegetables.
Yeah, just pretty much make sure they're all covered. I mean, the eggs are really a binder. So yeah, it's just kind of to tie all the vegetables together. So you pretty much just kind of want to mix it through.
Yes.
And then pop it in your oven tray.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing about this quiche is the reason why it's called rainbow quiche is because we have used nearly all the colours of the rainbow. So you know, we've got the orange, we have the green. We've got the mushrooms.
Yeah, the white.
White.
I suppose. Yeah.
So we've got a little bit of everything in there, and then we're just going to add some Himalayan sea salt and cracked pepper just to give it a little bit of flavour.
Flavour's always good.
Yeah. And then all we're going to do now is pour that into the quiche dish.
Yeah. Yeah, quite heavy.
All right, and we'll just smooth it all out.
So yeah, it's actually pretty simple. And also while your sweet potato base is in the oven for 10 minutes,
yep,
you can be like prepping up your other vegetables and getting all those ready to go. And you can actually even buy pre-grated carrot and zucchini now if time is an issue.
Yeah, so it's so easy. That is it. It is done, ready to go into the oven. We're going to put that in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes. It depends on your oven, and then we'll be back to show you the finished product.
Yep, so we'll see you soon.
See ya.
Okay, welcome back, and we've got our lovely rainbow quiche here. It's been in the oven for about 40 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius, and it's come out looking very delicious.
Yes, and it smells delicious as well.
Yeah.
So what we've done, we've just cut a piece of the rainbow quiche, and we've just added a simple garden salad that we've just got some rocket, some cucumber, some capsicum and some avocado for some good healthy fats, and we're going to enjoy that. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, yeah, so with the quiche you'll get about 9 slices out of it if you're cutting them about this size. If you're making them a bit smaller you could probably get 12 out of it.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, it goes really well with a lovely side salad. Just dresses up the plate and makes it a bit more interesting as well.
Yeah, we've just dressed it with a little bit of balsamic vinegar. And that's it.
Yeah.
Really simple and easy. It's really nutritious. And yeah, I can't wait to have the piece and enjoy it.
Yes, me too. So thank you so much for watching. The recipe for the quiche will be posted in the Facebook group. The link to the Facebook group is in the description below the video. And please don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video to be notified of when new episodes come out. And we will see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye.